Good morning, everybody. Sorry, I don't have my screen ready yet. Good morning. Let's just fuck it. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Hey, everybody. I wasn't totally prepared, but I want to go ahead and get the stream rocking because the market is moving. We had a big night overnight. Wow, that's suddenly very, very loud. Let me fix the. Change the gain a little bit, guys. I don't know why it's so hot today. Let's make this one like 16. All right, that should be a little better, especially as I get up on the mic here, as I am apt to do. Okay. Where are we today, ladies and gentlemen? Let's take a look at our 3-up view. Okay. We are testing that Friday the 20th sell-off bottom. That's why I am no longer long. I did catch some of these moves from the bottom here. Let's see. Here's our UVXY chart. It went way up overnight, and now it's testing the pre-market low. Let's. I've already actually got this up on the rocket scooter. Scoot. Okay. Let's see. We got MHP is at 52.50 today. And the half gap is at 52.96. Huge support right here on the UVXY. As you can see, using our rocket scooter levels, we got a big stack of support right here on the UVXY. And meanwhile, oil. Wait, where did oil go? We were just flirting with 100 yesterday. Where? No, no, where? No, no, where? Oil! 111, hit 114, 40. 114 evens today. There's the bounce on the UVXY, and I expect the market to now pull back 10 minutes. All right. We're going to line those two up. We're going to see a bounce potentially here, maybe test the VWAP area here. This will give us a chance to perhaps retest the prior day low or this Sunday the 23rd sell-off bottom, which was about where we ended up last night. How about that? Tested it again. So that could be bullish. We could be stuck between these levels for the day because we do have a holiday tomorrow, which is going to make today about the end of the week, but also options get weird. If there's no Friday trading, then all of the 0 DTEs today, I feel like, have 4-day week. And this is, I don't have a lot of data to back that up. That's a personal theory. Anyways, back to trading. I expect a little bit of a dip here. Here is where we're at. We are in a MyFundedFutures Core Flex. It was a renewal that surprised me this morning because their website is down, I think. Yeah, anything interesting? Just watching oil bounce around a little bit and the VIX bounce around a little bit. The market pulled back a little bit. Suspicious top wick forming here on the 2-minute. Right off of that sell-off bottom. This could be the point where the market sells again. By the way, I just wanted to point out that the level that I was toying with yesterday to be short from was this 24,420. Sorry, 240. 24,240. I shorted off of it multiple times. Thought I caught the tie of the day. We actually squeezed above it later in the day. Sold off. And then hit it ever so briefly here at the close, about 3:30, 3:40 p.m. Hit it again at the start of Trump's speech last night and sold hard from there. I thought about just throwing 1 micro on there from 241. That would have been what? If I had held all the way into pre-market, it would have just been a casual 570 point trade that would have passed an eval on 1 micro. That's a fun thought. As it is, this eval is looking real good. I got about $209 to go. Not going to force anything here. So you can see I caught lots of bottoms, sold lots of tops. Been scalping this all the way up on the MNQ chart. Took a couple of backpacks to the long side. They all worked. So those are shorts. These are really like quick scalps, not short, long, quick scalps. I'm looking at this ordering of my desk situation. This is a good thing to do after we've had a bunch of wins in a row and we're not waiting for we're not expecting a big thing to happen, so we're just gonna let get almost like a 360 thing happening on the edge of the desk here. If I just turn this bed dogger sideways, then it won't be in. There we go. Okay, that's better. I don't know if I'm gonna use that thing. I have a little sidecar, not a monitor. It's just a little whiteboard for journaling and such, tracking counts. Now you could be seeing this level rejecting here on oil. You know what? I'll go ahead and yesterday's pivot. Here's today's pivot. 111. We'll call it 111.50 because oil does appreciate round numbers. 111.50. Now, below this today, oh, I'm seeing really interesting wickage here on the UVXY. This is a great time to short. I'm going short. Short 1 micro. That candle on the UVXY 2-minute. Off of the pre-market low. Pre-market low, rocket scooter level stack. Meanwhile, look at that top candle forming off of our levels. Staying short, I'll add if we pop above. Now, if we crash below these levels on the UVXY, I'll be out. Easy trade. All right, I added. Add one more. In this green candle form here. Uh-oh. 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 Oil's getting a little rejection as well. Uh-oh, we could pop up here, guys. Be careful on these shorts. Careful on the shorts. Add one more. Still think that we don't dive through there directly. I think we got to do another pullback on the market first. Put it one more time at the tippity top. Still think we pull back hard here. Oh, there goes oil down. Will the UVXY follow? Oil's below our pivot. Taking some heat on this short. Shorts are starting to work a little bit. Still in the red. Ready to size down. We did top tick at the top there, so we can size down from about 3, maybe even 4 of these once we get in the green. And then I'll just ride that one all the way to Valhalla. Or I guess Hades in this case. Although, no. They just go to hell. Vikings, hell, not... Sorry, I mixed my cultures there. It's like a mixed metaphor of cultural appropriation. My bad, everybody. Okay, shorts starting to play out. Or are we going to get squeezed? This is kind of a 24,000 test from below on the NQ. A reclaim of 24,000 would be extremely bullish, so that's where my stop is. Looking for some green to come in here. Here's our green. Very green. Here we go. Here we go. All right, I'm out of 3. Now I'm out of 4. And I just have that top tick left with a stop and profit. Some of those are red on the closes, but some of them were green from the ads. If we get stopped out here, I'm fine with that. The U of XY diamond. We can reposition from higher up. Stopped out. All right. Not bad. I will re-enter short if I see a bounce forming on the UVXY. There goes the UVXY. That's not a short until it bounces. Down it goes. This is the bounce point / short point. I'm glad that I stopped out there. What are we going to do, UVXY? There's the bounce. Okay, I'm short 1 micro. There's UVXY bouncing. Kind of the similar cost basis where we had it last time. 970. Oh, I got a 990. Okay, this is a much better cost basis for a longer term short on a UVXY bounce. I would be interested to see oil not break down from what looks like a little bear flag, but it's actually just part of a giant bull flag. So if we're still above 109-ish, we'll probably just call it like 110. Then the market's going to be sus. We're green on the short. Looking good so far. Shorting pretty much the 24K area. I'm at 23,990.25. A break over 24,003, which again, these are the levels from the Friday sell-off from a couple weeks ago. You're testing those lows from below. So a break above would be compelling, but I don't know that we get it. This would be a really interesting place to sell from, in my opinion. There goes oil with a little bit of action. See if I can resize this just a little bit. Just a little annoying. It's like on my chin. That's a little bit better. It's kind of like a pleasing shape to it. Short is still green. Getting a bounce though. Look at that bottom wick there. Even while UVXY is bouncing and oil is bouncing. No, back down. Back down the market goes. I was tempted to add some more in there, but did not. Just got the 1 micro. There it goes. All right. We have the option to take profit here as UVXY hits this EMA. So too does the NQ hit this 9 EMA, where it's been riding all day long. This is also a kind of the range of that Friday sell-off. There was the regular time, and then there was the after hours extra sell-off. Interesting place to bounce it if they really wanted to right here, as there is an EMA interacting with a level. In light of that, I'm going to take my profit out, $30, because I could easily see a rejection from here on the UVXY and a bounce from here on the market. I don't need that much more. I only need $200 more. I'm not trying to push super hard here. I do see UVXY looking constructive here from their level, but not putting anything past this market. This is a weird war news driven market. Tweets flying all over the place. It's hard to trust a short at any time, especially after we gapped down almost 2% pretty much from yesterday. thanks to Trump's speech last night. There goes UVXY, almost rejected off of that EMA. Okay, I'm seeing a bounce on the actual VIX, which makes me have a little more faith in this short. Yep. Okay, I'm short 2. Out 1. These are just little scalps. Stop at break even. Actually, stop is like deep in profit. Let me back that off a bit. See on my DOM there. Oh, stopped out. Watching UVXY here could reject, could confirm, and that would send the market low. Creating a little bit of a pivot here, right around there in the market, just below that Friday sell-off. Do we trust it? I think so. I don't love it to the long side up here. We're pretty far up. We're almost like 2/3 of the way back to the range from yesterday. So I don't know that we really have a lot of upside left in the move for today. I think we reclaimed yesterday's low barely at 880. We could even come back and test it. Now, this would be a compelling place to go long from, is if the VWAP interacts with the prior day low, and then you have sort of like 70-point stop loss down to another EMA. So I'm still kind of short-minded until we get down to that lower level, but I'm not probably going to take this because this interrupting EMA is about 40 points below. It's actually even closer here. You can see on my 2-minute chart. That EMA is much closer looking. That's still about 35 points. Okay, I'm seeing the VIX. Bouncy bounce, oil bouncy bounce. Still under the pivot, however. Although you could probably make the argument that this is also the pivot. The rejection off the EMA on UVXY to pop the market up. Still not super convinced that it's going further up, though. All right. I think until I see decisiveness from the UVXY, see, or from oil to one direction, I'm waiting. It's just a wait situation. Okay, seeing dumping on UVXY and oil simultaneously, which is popping the market. But again, we're below that 320 sell-off bottom. Okay, rejection pattern on the UVXY, where we've tapped 3 times to the EMA to sell, where we've been selling from all day. But we're still above these really powerful pivots, these rocket scooter pivots. These could be a new place to short from if we start to see bouncing happening here. Now, just want to point out where our volume has come in when we begin to interact with low lows near this level. Excluding that higher. Watching close here to re-enter a short. Again, we just need to break out of the range on oil and UVXY. Gotta make a decision. You either got to get above that purple EMA at 53.34 or below the pre-market low at 53. So 30-cent range on the UVXY. It's not a lot to work with, guys, so let's just be patient. This is probably as good a time as any to do a little bit of just get some Trying to get a little tunes going here because I realize how freaking quiet it is. Can we just... Oh, do I hear Steve Kalajian going on over? That was a voice I didn't expect to hear. Ah, Stephen Kalajian over on MyFundedFutures. Forget that he does a daytime one. That guy's like a friggin' vampire, man. When does he sleep? Okay, seeing a little bit of decisiveness towards the UVXY. Again, considering entering a short here. Oh, it's got an audio watermark? All right, I'm testing this out, guys. Let's see how it sounds. If they hit me with an audio watermark, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Minutes past, but not really getting to the core of the problem. Who's going to run the country with it?
Okay, pushing above that Friday 320 low. There goes 2 levels down on the UVXY. All right, let's see how it sounds. It sounds pretty loud. I'm bringing it down. All right, now it's a little bit lower. Okay, this sounds kind of cool. Look at that. Look at that dive through. This could be the takeoff of the long. This could be news candle. Let's just be chill about this. Glad I wasn't short. Okay, but I'm seeing wickage here in the UVXY. Big dive though. Big dive. That would be a big bullish dive. I'm hearing that Attorney General Pam Bondi fired. Market is gonna like it, I think. All right, I shorted because I see a little bit of a bounce happening where that was just a bullshit headline. And the UVXY could easily reclaim any of those levels and dump the market. This was just a algo-based move. Don't know that it's real buying. There we go. There we go. That was an excellent entry. Seeing the bounce. However, if we reject this monthly hedge pressure on the UVXY, then we're going to be in a next leg up in the market, and we don't want to stay short while that's happening. So watching oil got below our level. Let's see if it reclaims it. This could be a short squeeze on the market as well, where shorts are going to panic and close quickly and push the market way up.
Order filled.
I added on that little wick up. Not going to add any more on here because we're not that far from target. We are in the overnight gap. Okay, there goes oil. Ready to get out. Wow, huge squeeze. I'm out. Okay. Took about $100 loss, 150 loss on that. Big squeeze up. Do we chase? Oil's dumping hard. All right, I'm chasing it up. Okay.
Order filled.
There's that 150 back. I'm all out. All right. So now we are, actually like $50 gain after all of that wiggling around. Glad I identified the right levels and everything. Look at this. Dumping from our level. Oh, and there goes the market for the next leg up. This is, we called it. Wow, there goes oil. Okay, I think the gap has been filled. The market is definitely ripping upwards. It's not a safe place to short from, but I'm tempted. Very tempted. I only need about $150 to call it a day on this account, but I still see oil diving and the VIX diving. Wow, look at this squeeze. Holy mackerel, we're near the prior day high. Oh, look at that. We're at the 24K 240s again. This is where we were at the start of the speech last night. I think I'm going to short it. I'm going to short it. All right, I'm out of one. It's a risky short because we're squeezing up. Come on, we can do this. Wow, flying around. Look at the Dom flying. Oil get a little bounce. Locked in over here. All right, I'm out one more. That was at $100 profit. And we're over. Oh no, we were over over our target here. That was a nice short from the tippity tip. You're welcome, everybody. UVXY got a bounce. Look at that bounce on oil. This was just, again, algorithmically driven. I don't know that I trust this move up. And we shorted from 24 to 4, the 240s again. Look, that's my level from yesterday. Woo, that was a great trade. Now I just got to whittle a little bit here for consistency's sake, and then I'm pretty much hey. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys that TopStep combine I was trading yesterday. Oops, I passed it. Didn't finally fucking blow one. We passed it yesterday off stream. Sorry, not sorry. I saw the break above the 240s and then I took it to the upside. Simple trade. Passed the combine. Backpacks were employed. The strategy is working better this week than last week. Take of that what you will. It's just testing it out. All right, let's do a little whittling. Get this back under. Take some L's here. Not wins. Ay. Still chopping all over. Okay, 17. This is a little risky. $11. Okay, 502. Oof. Okay, this is moving so much. It's a little risky to whittle right now. Okay, 501.50. Okay, 560 cents. I think that'll do for consistency's sake. I'm okay with that. I don't know that I can actually intentionally lose 60 cents on a trade. That would be impressive if I could dial it in like that. This is done for the day. Exit all positions and cancel all. And that's going to pretty much do it, I think, for the evals on the day. Online. This last couple weeks has been so brutal. I have a TPT. I gotta take a trade up. Now this is the classic moment where it's like, oh yeah, my TPT. I'll just throw a quick five mini trade on and get freaking nuked. I think it's day 3 on this account. Yeah, no, probably day 2 based on that balance. I think I probably nuked it and started it over already. Watching close here. Market could go either way. It's very coin flippy. Again, we're getting like oil headlines that are now reversing. This is a 109 test on oil. Nice rejection off 109. 109s. UVXY, a little gappy. That's a 100-point drop off of my level there, y'all. That's a fun short. I only needed a little bit of it. I got a little too much. All right, looking at the 109 test on oil. Not 41. I just want 5. Now we're down 110 from our level. Okay, watching UVXY again. We are below our rocket scooter levels, which is bullish for the market, obviously. But again, that 240 level above is tight, tight, tight. Okay, seeing rejection off 109. Okay, we're now 108.50s. 108.60s. You guys liking the music? Does it sound okay? Said to no one. Wait. My OBS is telling me YouTube music is not musicking. I could hear it. I thought I could hear it. Come on. I thought this was a playlist. There we go. Sorry I got quiet there. I was enjoying the jams for a second there. Still seeing rejection on the UVXY under our levels. And oil now at 108. I'm tempted to go long here, but this is again, we're near the 24 240s. Oil testing the 107s now. Pushing up. This is just a bull flag. Up near highs again. Do I short the 240s again, guys? Oh man, I don't know. I just need to take a trade in this. I'm seeing an oil getting a little bounce here. We're at the 203. 06. All right, I'm short.
Order filled.
208.75. Short at 5. Let's just like take a little scalp here on a 1.
Order filled.
I'll tell you what, above 240 will pretty much be my stop out too. All right, I'm out one more. Just gonna walk it down, out one more. Now I've just got 2 left. Stop at break even. All right, you know what? Out one more. Just kidding. Take off that stop. Just see what happens. Pretty good short. Couple $100 there on the short. If you look at this NQ chart on the 2-minute, we're putting in, look at that, long-legged hanging man. What would that look like on the 1-minute? There, that out. It was actually this hanging man followed by a very, very fat hanging man. Seeing a little bounceage happening though on the 1-minute. Again, this is all just a big bull flag. Could be stopped out here. Nice. Heading down further. UVXY pushing northward. Now it does need to get above that purple EMA at 5130, and we're again all still way below the rockers on the VIX. So these are just quick scalps. These quickies. Just quickies. You know what? In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and take my profit right there.
Order filled.
It was like a good 120 on that. 224 on the trade. Not bad. Not bad at all. Just a quick scalp. I'm just scalping between EMAs really. All we're doing is testing this EMA that we've been riding this whole time. Notice that the big bounce also came from this EMA. Right as we broke out from this level, check out the volume that came in. Blap. Blap. So, good place to exit a short from. Okay, VIX is hanging on down there. I'm gonna just cycle around to some of my other equities that I track, other commodities. Let's say silver. Ooh, silver caught a bid. That's nice. It's even over the mid of the overnight. That's good news. And gold. Gold got a big old pump. We're almost at the overnight mid from the Trump speech. All right, and then I'm just curious. My love, Rocket Lab, above the prior day high, it's flirting right at the prior day high. Love that. Love to see it. Kids College Fund loves to see it. Cost basis in Rocket Lab is $5. Nice tax-free account. Short continues to play out. I was out of it. That's okay. This is TPT. Now, interesting thing about TPT, Take Profit Trader, is 5 days to pass, 50%. See the top wick here and the bottom wick. Are we noticing this? Started to interrupt myself. Bottom wick, top wick. This music's getting a little stressful. Sorry, guys. Let me adjust. That's more like. Okay, short continues to play out over here. Just want to point out that I did top tick the entire move up. Well, more or less, I guess. Not on this account, but on the other account. Sounded pretty good to me. I wonder how it's going to sound to y'all on the stream. Is it like a little hot? I am seeing that on the cam. I'm gonna reframe. I don't like this for the short or the long, to be totally honest. So take a little pause. How's that look with a little less headroom? Even when I'm back here, you can't even hear me when I'm back there. But what about? Very close. Very close up, and then when my head's down, you only see the top of my head. Frame is still a lot of headroom. I guess I could kind of get myself into the center of the frame. Everything else looks good though. Focus is nice, I think. Okay. In the UVXY, get the push and reject at the EMA. It's nothing conclusive to look at here. Getting a little bit of a closer look at oil on my other screen. It's currently rejecting from an EMA stack at 109.40s. The 1 hour mid is at 109.10, right where we're at. Inconclusive to me, maybe to the short side, but I don't love it in either direction here because of what we're seeing from the UVXY. Finding resistance twice off of the same level and the EMA struggle. This music is tight. I like this. Yeah, this is not the cleanest look. Oil's kind of trapped now in a new range in between these two ranges. Let me see if I can kind of color that in a little bit. If I get those. There's a bounce on the market. Yeah. The shapes. Not exactly a power user. These are not patterns that I'm looking for. It's kind of like a fib channel, but it's got no stuff inside it. I just want to make a channel. Can I just make a channel? I have to do a little study on my end, guys. That's kind of boring to watch. I'm not going to bore you with that. Seeing oil get a little bit more rejection from what was the EMA stack. This could push the market up a little bit. But the rejection that we saw, even after the high volume. Let's go into the 1 minute over here. Ah! Not a drawing tool. Oh, not you. Good. 1 minute. The volume that came in to push us up, but could not sustain. Non-sustaining volume tells me that there's not a lot of conviction to the move. That's the thing that we're watching for. Watching close, watching close. Seeing a top wick form. And again, this is still same situation as oil. It's just a bull flag. Ignoring this big wick, which I 100 point wick. Hey, that one. Yep. Computer's starting to slow down a little bit, guys. Apologies if the stream's getting weird. Whoa, trading view is getting crazy. Okay, we're not gonna draw right now. A little grumpy. Close that. I see an oil dump, VIX dump. Market should push. Glad I didn't draw the trend line because it's pretty pointless. I'm wondering if all of these audio sources are slowing things down a little. Okay, big rejection on VIX. But no follow through. Yeah, I don't love this market in either direction from here, guys. But my stream is not getting jumpy. I'm just gonna make a note here at about hour in. Things got sketchy. Oh, okay, I see what it is. It is this one. Okay, turned off the music. Let's see if that helps things. Bummer. We're gonna have to figure out a different solution for our tunes. Oh wait, you know what? I know what it is. Discord is open. Discord is a resource hog. Oh, look at that rejection candle on the NQ. This would be a nice place to go short from. As the UVXY filled the gap to bounce. Yeah, it's Discord. All right, Discord's off. I think that should help. Let's see. Yeah, we're back. Oh, it was Discord. Love you, Discord. At all. Okay, we're back over here in the NQ. This is the 1 minute. It can be a little deceptive, so let's see how this plays out on the 2. Again, I wanted to, you know what, now it'll probably work. Freaking Discord. Wrecking my... That's trendline breakout that I wanted to show from before. You can even dial this in a little bit more if you wanted to be like, well, it was just kind of a wick, so really the buyers there. They were here before, so this is your trendline breakout on the 2 minute. As this is a bit of a bear flag, potentially breaking downward on UVXY. Market could head up here. Oil, however, hanging out in the 108s. That does not scream bullish to me, but you know, you do you. Now the real question again is, will we short from the 24 240s again? 242 was yesterday's number. Let's see how we like it. Let's see. Noticing of a that looks better. So yes, to review, evals green today. Passed a funded yesterday off stream on TopStep. Not going to trade it today, more likely than not, which is unfortunate because I've been trading excellent today. But I'm gonna save my fundeds for next week. Tomorrow is a holiday, guys, so we'll do our sort of post week market breakdown midday tomorrow, and then maybe I'll take a weekend off. I'm gonna go to the movies with my daughter. It'll be fun. Okay, seeing UVXY struggling to hold its level again. That EMA is a bit tricky. Made it up to 194-ish, so we're still not above this 24,200 level on the NQ. Oil's hanging out at the highs. I mean, near the highs. We're not at the highs. This 111 to 104 technically is all the highs compared to where we were friggin' yesterday. See these levels? We're above this pivot, below this sort of like pivoting area. Indecisive. Now, oil still flirting with some EMAs. Let me show you. You know what? Let me get all these over without too many. Okay, that one. Oh, there goes oil. There's the big bump on oil. Market's going down. That was a news candle. Everybody, caution. Caution flag is out. Everyone, caution. That was a news candle. I'm seeing oil got a pop and a rejection. Again, off of the EMA stack. Potential trend line test on NQ. I'm also curious if we break inside what happens here in this 24,100 level that's right at an EMA. Last time we were near this EMA, we ended up getting big volume right after. Right here. I don't know why that's highlighted. Okay, top wick continuing on oil. There goes down the NQ. Wonder what's going to happen around the 24,100s. Fix pump. Will it dump again? Yep. 2-minute trend line tests. Got about a 5-point bounce, but it's not got a lot of legs, guys. I don't know if this is the bounce yet. Okay. Oil still rejecting off the EMA stack. That's pretty. Happen on oil. Want to see a dump here, but no, it's actually holding at this level, consolidating near the high at 109. Got to see it lose 109 while UVXY loses the purple EMA. Again, we're below these rocket scooter big time levels. We could see a test up above. Quick dump on the market, potentially back to this zone again as a retest. Seeing the VIX curling, oil flirting with the EMAs again where it initially wicked and rejected. Now reclaiming those EMAs. Market's going down, guys. Unless oil gets the rejection off 109, maybe like 109.50 at the highest. UVXY is testing this is the 21 right here, testing it for the first time in a while. 20, excuse me, it's the 20. Shout out LED, thanks for the indicators. And this is the 100s that I was curious about, where we could maybe get the bounce again. Let's see. We're back inside the trend line. That was another 100-point drop in 6 minutes. VIX is back over 2540s. Want to see the top wick form on the UVXY to get the entry on. Yep, I'm long one. Now this is a very risky long. Not a great entry. 130s. Would have been happier closer to 100s. Now we got to get over the 140s. There's an EMA hiding there. See the purple on my chart, the leftmost chart, hiding right above, pretty much like where our entry. Here we go. Liking the rejections I see on oil. VIX got a little push, kind of swept prior day low. And then check out that candle on the UVXY. If the next candle is red, that's... Oh, I was about to say, if the next candle is red, that's very good for continuation upside. That's great. Okay, there's the red I wanted to see potentially on the UVXY. There it is. Hello. Oh, that's nice. From 136 to 169, 71, 73. Yeah, okay, I'm going to take it. I'm out. That was a $70 profit on one micro, guys. Now, the reason that I am out, oil not selling off, consolidating. We want to see much more velocity to the downside on oil. Also, I just can't help but notice, I don't really love trend lines, but we're like forming another trend line. Now we're just got like a weird diagonal channel. You know, this is not a great place to continue to be long from. It's still very indecisive. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Look at that exit at the 169. Whoop whoop whoop. Okay. 288 on the day in this eval. That's a pretty good day. The tick is falling. Not upbeat. Again, these are all just bull flags and bear flags. I'm trying to figure out which direction we're going. I'm ready to short here because of that rejection under the top trend line. Hard market to short. Bull flag. Shorting on top of a bull flag is a good way to break your heart. Get your heart broken, rather. Okay, we're testing that top trend line now. Come on, you can do it. What happens when I point right there? Come on. Do it. Testing. Mother. Sorry, guys. I need to watch that shit. Come on. There it is. That's annoying. I've been pointing at the fucking trend line and you haven't even been able to see it. So, double trend lines. Tappy. Make of it what you will. Oil consolidating near the 108s. Frankly, 109 is the level to watch on oil at this moment. UVXY recaptured this purple EMA, and now it's kind of fighting with the 20, the blue. I would still love to see a test right here, even a little peak above, up to 53, and then a big dump down, send us on breaking out of this flag. Not a short at all, not even close to short. UVXY could easily reject right here. Shoulders. Oil could still reject from the hasn't recaptured. Flirting with 109, but if it can't find buyers at 109, then it will fall. XY is testing where it's failed 3 times previously. You can see where we've got 1, 2, 3 failures from this level. Very tricky price action today, guys. So this is a great opportunity for us to talk a little bit about psychology. March was a really hard month for me. I got 0 payouts, I think, in March. Might have gotten one like the 1st or 2nd of March, but it was not a successful month. There's oil reclaiming the 109s, by the way, and UVXY getting the pop up. Market didn't go down. It went down 9 points. That's nothing. Not tradable yet. Excuse me. I've been sick. Kid got me sick. So I've been taking it slow for the last couple of days, and things are going much better for me. Yesterday, you saw me taking on my TopStep combine like $2 trades, which is not great. I saw a rejection on oil, by the way. Look at the top wicks that are forming. Same thing with the VIX, where we've rejected this same spot like 9 times. Let's just see if it breaks above. There's that level. It kind of broke above, kind of didn't break above. Still trapped in the trends. We could break out from the trend line, but you know, this is all still just a very sharp bull flag. It's a bull flag as long as it holds above 24K, really, which is where we were shorting from before. A little risky to the short side, in my opinion. We could easily pop out of that trend and just send it. But in order for that to happen, we need to see the VIX head down and oil head down. Even a test of the 104 and a VIX test of the prior day low. That would be so sweet. Not counting on it. Pretty much done for the day, honestly, you guys. Hope this has been a better stream than usual. We had some tunes. They were on and off, but, you know, we had a little bit of tunes, and hope it didn't kill a stream. But, you guys be careful out here, all right? We're going to watch and see what happens on this pennant situation on the NQ. We're still 100 points below where we shorted from earlier. I can't believe I didn't short it last night when Trump was talking. This 24,240 to about 260 is the ultimate short level. I've taken it like multiple times yesterday. Didn't take it overnight. Would have made a bank. There's the trend line breakout. but I don't think it's got a lot of legs to the upside. My point being, we've still got the 24,240, which we did break through yesterday, but then we failed it hard overnight. So if you want to get back to the prior day high, you're going to have to get over this level, right? Call it. You didn't even really test it even, 232. We're just going to call it 242. Got to get above that yellow line if you have any hope of reaching the prior day high. And if you have any hope of making a new high, that prior day high is going to be big trouble because that's where we sold from, obviously, yesterday. Let's just review. Where did that? Oh, wait, what's this? There's a 242. Yeah, I told you that was a great sell-off level. That's where the Trump speech happened last night. This is where we kissed it at close, couldn't break it. We sold from up here at the high. This is the prior day high. So we broke above the 240, went 100 points, lost it for 100 points, and have yet to reclaim it. In my opinion, this is not bullish until we're above this level. So y'all be careful out there. You could take these scalps. You could have scalped from 120s to 190s. That's, you know, that's not bad, 70 points, but I don't think there's going to be extended upside here until we convincingly, with volume, break through this yellow line. And that's my thoughts on the day. I don't know if I'm going to take another trade today, guys. I think I'm probably good. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate your time, sharing your time with me today. Bullish, clearly, on the day. But we're above that Friday low from 2 Fridays ago. But we are not above the Trump sell-off level. You guys be careful out there. You watch these levels I'm giving you. They're good. You know what I'm talking about here. Not that successful as a trader yet, but we're going to see it now. We're going to test it now on the stream. See what happens at 24,200. 200 up to 212. Okay, VIX had a nice rejection. We're down at 25 on the VIX. I'm seeing UVXY hanging in there. I'm not seeing a big rejection on UVXY. In fact, I'm seeing pumpage. I'm ready to go short over here. All right, short one from the 190s, and I'll continue to add to it all the way up to 242. We're going to test out this theory. If we break through 242, I'm out. It's an easy trade. Okay, we're at 206s. Now, also, equally, if I see big red filling in this area on these charts, that's another example of how to not be short. I added at 205. Cost basis is right at 200, which means I'm going to risk about $80 on this trade. Still green on the day. Stop out above 24,242. Green. Like what I'm seeing on the VIX and the oil bounce. Very spicy here. We're clearly in the right area, but we could get squeezed out just as easily as we dive down. So let's just be prudent. Ready to take off one when we get back into profit. Oil's at 109 and pushing. But if it gets a big rejection off 109, that could be the pop that the market needs to get over this 200. But you still got the 242 waiting for you above, man. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now it's working. I'm out of one. Nice. Stop is at break even. Another green trade. All green trades today. Believe it or not, I did take a couple of like intra-trade losses for small losses. But yeah, this is an excellent trading day. Love shorting all of a sudden. It really felt gross to me for a long time. It feels like un-American. It feels mean. I'm gonna move my stop down a little further, get a little more profit. All right, my stop is now at 197. Means if we take 197, I'm probably going to take 200, and I will get out of the way and just wait to see it break 242, maybe not. Oil's getting the rejection around the 109.30s. Could be a pop on the market. This could not be a short after all. That's why I moved my stop down. I'm prepared to take profits here at pretty much any level. In fact, you know what? Big bounce off that EMA. Will it be able to defeat this flat bottomed gravestone doji? This is why I shorted, was that gravestone doji. That is a damning doji near resistance. It's gonna have to really overcome it with volume. That's really like the only way it's gonna work. Let's see what happens. We're around the 2 minute. 1 minute can be deceiving, but I wonder what that looked like on the 1 minute. Yeah, see, it's not quite so compelling on the 1 minute. 2 is where it really gets spicy. This is just a personal preference. Flirting up near my stop. I stopped out. Called that short. I'm happy with it. Okay, seeing rejection on the UVXY and on oil under 109 on the oil. Could be a nice long entry if you really see huge dumpage. Oil and VIX. Like, look at that VIX. Here we go. Look at this VIX candle right here. Dumpage. Gapped down after a hanging man. Better just go ahead and take some profit. Oh. Pop. Sold. That was from the bottom of the flat bottom. That's about where my stop is. It did not get me yet. Those pops have the legs. Not seeing a lot of volume on that pop. VIX closing the gap. What'll happen? 190s. Stopped out. Okay. I will reshort if we show weakness up here again in the 214. But I gotta get out of here, guys. This has been a really fun stream. I think every time we have a cool green day. Oh, check out oil. Guys, check out oil. This could be the long right here. Check out oil. Nope, bottom wicked it again. Yeah. Nope, it was not the big drop that I was looking for on oil, guys. This is still short. I pity. So we're above the 24,242. I don't think this market has legs. But I'm going to call this a day here. Just for posterity, 332 on the day in this eval, 1500 on the other eval. It's a light day. You know, it's a light day. Cool, like 2K. Look at that. Hey, oil back over 109. It was a short after all. Everyone be careful out there. This market is wild. Do not let it get you down. If you're not great at trading this market, okay, so be it. Seeing big pops on oil and the VIX. I got short. Last trade for real this time, guys. I'm short from 170. Let's see how far 1 micro will go. VIX really confirms the upward bounce. Oil is really confirming. It's going to be a decent. Up around. Stops at break, stops in profit, stops in profit. Very good. Seeing the VIX give a little top wiki. Again, resistance. It broke through last time. Let's see what happens this time. Oh, big bounce there. Surprising. Took me out on my profit stop. Total of 334. All right, nothing like a $1 profit on the trade. I'm seeing rejections on VIX. I'm seeing oil not rejecting though. Market's popping hard here. What's up? Okay, there's VIX rejection. Oil's holding over 109. Just feels like another high to short from. Not seeing any red on oil. Seeing a little bit of red on the VIX. That's the only thing here. VIX is at an old pivot. 25s. Ready to jump in a short again here. Okay, VIX is flying up. Short 2 here. I'm hearing in my squawk, Iran is threatening to target Amazon data centers. Extremely bearish for tech, all right, to say the least. There goes oil. Oh, down we go. The VIX, the oil. Gonna take off 1 on the EMA tap just in case it was a reload for the bulls. Stops at break even, in profit. That's a big green day, ladies and gentlemen. We're just scalping a 100-point range in the Nasdaq. That's all we've been doing. Hey, hey, on the short. Hey, told you. I mean, I don't tell you guys shit, but I stated for the room, for the table. Shout out History Hyenas. We're still holding that EMA. I'm really glad I exited. I'm gonna just leave this other stop. We're gonna, you know what? I'm gonna just dial it back. We're at 24,169 even. See a pretty big rejection on VIX and oil for me to jump out now. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it at all. But again, we test this level, test these rocket scooter levels, and then reject. That is the long entry. All right. Hello, Shorty. This is actually a trend line test from above. Those old trend lines, if you really consider them active. Line test. Line there. Again, watching for a top wick. That was news driven. Better to exit in profit if I see a big bounce. I don't think that the news was very bullish, guys. Technical bounce here off EMAs. Will it get stuffed off the 161? Not seeing rejection too hard off of 52 on UVXY. Flirting with it. Okay. 169 is where we will leave it for today. Getting to be my lunchtime and my tummy's growling. There's 110 on oil. Easy place to reject from. Remember, we're back at this range again. We're up here where we could see a rejection on the UVXY where the market would fly. Oil 110.21, 17.14. Okay, confirming over 110. I see it reject. Starting to see a little rejection on oil. Taking my profit. Look at this top wick. It's close enough to the 52.50 for it to be counted. Or, you know, we got within 25 cents. If this ends up being kind of like the test, then this was the entry for long at about the 24,100s. Again, that's where I longed from last time. We're just stuck. This is all consolidation, but it is a giant bull flag. So being short for a long time. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. All right, everybody. On that note, 1,500 in one account, 439 in the other account. That was a beautiful little baby short. The minimal risk, shortening from the top. VIX still pushing, oil over 110. You guys be careful out there, and I'll see you tomorrow.